There is going to be a student to speak right before her, and this student will recount, she's a psychiatric nurse, and she will recount the real realities that it is out in the clinical environment.
My name is Emma Parcel and I am from the Kilkenny Mental Health Services. I graduated in September 2018 with an honours degree in psychiatric nursing. This came after 4 long, hard, stressful and eye-opening years. I am today speaking on behalf of the few remaining newly qualified nurses in Ireland, and I'd like to describe to you how difficult that actually is. I came into nursing wanting to care and help people with mental health issues, knowing it would be stressful, difficult, but yet rewarding. I never believed it would be this hard. I regularly come home after a 12-hour shift, worrying about whether I did enough for my large patient caseload. My main aim in becoming a psychiatric nurse was to be able to improve the lives of the most vulnerable in society. They are the reason we want better conditions, to assist, improve and upgrade the limited services we currently have. Staffing shortages are a very serious concern for all of us nurses. This includes unsafe nurse-to-patient ratios, closed community services, and they are a very serious concern for us. Due to the staffing shortages, I have had no choice but to take on additional responsibilities on a daily basis, which leaves me questioning how effective I can be when I cannot meet all the demands that are asked of me. I am always fully supported by my work colleagues, however they are also burdened with such a heavy caseload. In Kilkenny next week, I will be the only newly qualified nurse left out of my class. Of a class of 40 nurses from the southeast, there are only 12 of us left. Other countries welcome our honours degree with many of those, welcome our honours degree and our expertise with open arms. There are great opportunities overseas. However, in Ireland, I'm disappointed at the lack of services we have. At the end of the day, it is the government and the HSE who are responsible for this. No surprise to me that nurses are leaving the country every single week. I regularly get calls and messages from my former classmates in Australia telling me how good it is, how the safe staffing levels they have and the opportunities they have to grow in their careers. As a newly qualified nurse, I am told how lucky I am to have my nursing profession, but I work for €29,000 per annum. How can this be considered a livable wage? I'm struggling to survive on that salary. Imagine, at 23 years of age, taking out a loan to help me with my finances. I don't go out at the weekends, I'm so tired. I don't go on fancy holidays or have luxury weekends away as I can only afford the bare essentials. This leaves me with about €4 in my account each fortnight after I get paid, once the bills are also paid. The mental health services are seen as the last priority in this country. This has to stop. And as the nurses, we must be valued for the work that we do.
You would hear lots of economic commentary, and we hear many words in what I refer to as the fiscal bingo, because the words we are on a daily basis annihilated by the alphabet, because it's a new word every day, and recently it has become the Brexit word, and for whatever reason the nurses and midwives of this country seem now to be the cause of the Brexit. So, when I studied economics, one of the basic laws of economics is demand brings forth its own supply. Unfortunately, an awful lot of our economic commentators don't seem to have grasped that basic law. And that's unfortunate, given that the demand is there outside of this country, as we've just heard from our student and our graduate in the psychiatric services. Indeed, Peter prefaced the sheer fact that, and some would reference the number of 13 as being unlucky, but it's 13 years ago since they launched the Vision for Change. 13, I say, will be unlucky for the government, and welcome for the people of this country. So before I introduce our next individuals, who are 3 in number, they are Tara, Aisling and Aoife, and two are doing a higher diploma and one is a graduate student. And they are going to give you a little sample of what student life is like from a general and children's nursing perspective. Thank you.
Woo! We don't want to be here today. We have to be here today. We have no choice. What do we want? We want it. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? When do we want it? Now. What do we want? When do we want it? Now.
Thanks everyone for coming here today. I just want to let you know I am 24 years old and I'm currently doing a higher diploma in children's nursing. That means I am currently in my second bachelor's degree, to which I've gotten honours in my first and hopefully my second also. Today we are here because we want safe staffing for all of our patients. Nurses are here and midwives because we want to help our healthcare system. We want to bring back our friends and our family who have gone abroad who are nurses and midwives. Many of my friends have gone to Australia and England and many other countries. They didn't go because they wanted to travel. They went because they knew they'd get safe staffing, they'd get better opportunities and a much better pay. We deserve pay parity. We deserve this. We work so hard. I am 24 years old and some of my colleagues are very young and we're taking on loads that we shouldn't be taking on. People's lives are in our hands and we're taking on so much and we shouldn't be going through this. And if we bring pay parity, we will get more staff as nurses and midwives back into Ireland. And that's what we want. We want safe staffing.
Yes.
I just want to say a big wow. We can't see the end. And I'm tall. People, nurses who are working today. Yes, Leo, they work at the weekends. Imagine that. You have been well represented here by the public today. It's unreal. We are so overwhelmed by the public support. It's amazing. And the national support from all our nursing sisters. All the nurses, midwives abroad who send in their messages. Other unions have sent in messages to support us, the nurses, the midwives, the ID nurses, the psych nurses. I just want to say a massive big thank you for everybody. It's been a long few years trying to get to this area. At the end of the day, I finished at 23. I walked onto a ward. I was given 7 patients. A physio walked onto the ward. What did they get?
1 patient.
They got 7,000 more than I did. I'm just going to finish up. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Patients, public, everybody. Thank you.